What's up, y'all? I'm Tyrone G. We back here at the Conversation here at Colors. I got my fellas here with me today. Would y'all like to introduce yourselves?
Hey, what's up? I'm Kaleem.
And I'm Onyx.
How y'all feeling today? Y'all feeling good?
Feeling good. I'm good.
So first, let me just thank y'all for being here today, because I know like y'all got crazy schedules. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate for y'all for being here.
I appreciate you for inviting me to be a part of this.
Yes.
This is dope.
Yeah, and y'all both look real fly today. Let me just put that out there.
Oh, I know I do.
Yeah. Okay, period. But all right, so today, fellas, we're gonna get right into it. So today we're gonna be talking about PrEP. Okay, y'all heard of PrEP before?
Yeah.
All right, so PrEP is a pill regimen that is proven to prevent HIV transmission for people who are currently HIV negative. When taken as directed, PrEP can be extremely effective at protecting a person from contracting HIV before exposure to the virus. So my question is, after hearing that, how would you want to recommend that to somebody? Like,
I think what you just read is kind of it's scary.
It's scary.
Like all these big words are thrown at me, and I'm
yeah,
like, am I taking this to help me, or am I just taking it just to pass somebody's pocket? Like, why am I taking it?
That's
So
a
I
good
think
question.
It's hard to market a pre-exposure drug to someone to say, oh, if you take this drug, then you won't get HIV or you won't contract HIV or AIDS or anything. So I think it's more so of you have to want to take it. So I don't necessarily think it's something that can be marketed to any specific person because every person is different. So I think for the most part, it's just like you have a conversation with somebody and say, hey, I'm on PrEP.
Right.
And then kind of break down the conversation of why you're on PrEP or what it is instead of just saying like, oh, PrEP and this is what it does. Because it goes deeper than is that what it does? Like, is that what we do with it? Or like, am I just taking it just to make somebody else feel comfortable?
Ooh.
So.
See, because when I first heard about it, I was so much against it in so many levels. And my main reason of being against it was because I felt like it would give people a reason to be, what's the word I'm looking for?
Reckless.
Yes.
Oh, that's one of the questions, though.
Yes.
That's definitely one of the questions.
What I like. So when I first heard of PrEP, I was like, because you know our community, they can get reckless. So
They
it was
can
just
be a little
it was like
nasty.
any reason for them to be like, oh no, I'm on PrEP. Like there's no like kind of with like the vaccine. There's no way you can prove to someone that you're on PrEP.
Discovery. So y'all heard of both? And have y'all tried both, or y'all just tried one?
So I've been on Truvada for the last 3.5 years. I never had to use Discovia because the difference in them is for kidney function. So Truvada tend to be a little bit more harsh on kidneys, but it also depends on just your overall health. So like I never had an issue with my kidney levels or anything being like from Truvada, so I never switched. So I couldn't speak on the other one, but Truvada for me has been fine. I never experienced any of the side effects that everyone has. Really had. I guess I don't know because I chalk everything off as just me being me. So I don't know if I really had any of those side effects, but from like in a long grand scheme of things, I didn't have any.
I started with
Discovy. So did you have any of like the loss of appetite, vomiting?
No, it was. I started off with I was very nauseous at first, and then really bad headaches, like the worst headaches I've ever had in my entire life. Like so bad that my doctor prescribed me ibuprofen to take after I took Discovy.
See, that's the crazy thing. I never had I don't remember any, and I always remember when I would go for my 3-month checkup, they get like my lab bites and everything, and she would ask me all these questions. I was like, no, I just told you like the last time. No, I was
on the phone with my doctor a week into it, like, girl, I'm having headaches. So what are we doing about this?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was bad.
When I started to take it, I had a lot of stomach problems, and y'all know I like to eat, so like I was just I like to eat a lot. So I mean, when I started taking it, it was just it would honestly bother my stomach the most, and it's like I wouldn't even have to go to the bathroom. It would just be like this very weird feeling, and I'm just like, how long is this gonna last?
I was like, how long is these headaches gonna keep going on?
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know. But
it's so bad because I feel like I'm the poster child for the whole experience. And I'm the one on the commercial that's like,
right.
it's like, this might kill you.
Right. Like,
dancing in the crowd.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm over here with a big ass headache.
yeah, I don't know,
So I
but
stopped because of the headaches. It was really, really bad. But
okay.
Yeah.
So would you? What if they? So wait, would you ever get back on though?
yeah, I would get back on. I probably wouldn't take Descovy. I'd probably try Truvada. But
I recommend Truvada just because of the history of Truvada. It's actually like been researched a lot. I mean, there's a lot of more PrEP drugs coming out. They have like one that's coming out with an injection that's once a month. So I think, again, back to the stigma of having to take a pill every day is like, I know I don't have HIV, so why am I doing the same thing that a person that's HIV positive is doing? I think that's the stigma of it. It's like, oh, I'm on this one pill a day, and it's like, how do you make somebody comfortable with that? Like, how do you, like, if this is the stigma that comes with it, and then you're telling me that this is protecting me, like, why do I feel a certain way? Like, it's just in the back of your head, because I felt in the back of the head, it's like, bitch, I'm taking a pill every day. What is going on?
Right.
Like, I told myself I wasn't going to never take nothing. And now I'm here. You see me in the middle of the club popping a pill.
Popping a
Don't know
pill.
what it is.
Right.
Hopefully you know it's PrEP, because, baby, I can be anywhere. Like, I'll be in the middle of Starbucks, and that alarm go off. Can I have a glass of water? I think it all depends on you, though.
Yeah.
It all depends on you.
Do y'all feel like at a time it comes where maturity kicks in with it? Because I feel like people really don't take it as like
maturity and education. I feel like we do not educate our queer youth on the importance of being proactive and protecting yourself and taking, like, exhausting all of your options when it comes to protecting yourself against this virus, because it's severe. I lost an aunt to it, like literally watched her die. So I know how serious it can get and how quickly it can progress.
Yes.
So like it all goes back to education. I mean they're taking health, what is it, PA out of schools. They're not teaching kids sexual health.
That's true.
They're not teaching them sex
education.
They're not teaching them these things. So like it just goes back to us like making sure that we educate ourselves and educate the youth on the importance of protecting yourself.
Yeah, to add on to what you're saying, I definitely remember being in high school and them talking about like the whole condoms thing and vagina. You remember that? But
no, I did, because I didn't have.
No, I'm saying like
education.
this was middle school though. It was weird.
High school, they had like
it was a very small thing though.
They had us in the auditorium. They had like
stuff like that. Yeah, it was a very small thing.
The health department come down and was like talking to people. I think because it was like, maybe it really was an outbreak of like STDs after school. I mean, I wasn't sexually active with any of the people in school, but I remember they gave us like a brown paper bag and like we, did, like,
So I went to boarding school in DC, and it was like on campus. So disgusting. It was on campus. It was an outbreak of syphilis.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
they like had a whole assembly and like talked about syphilis, and that was the only thing we talked about.
But
syphilis.
my thing is, why wait until there's outbreaks to do stuff like that? Like so
I wasn't educated.
I think because if it's one of those things that you sweep under the rug.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Like it's just like we don't have to talk about it.
Yeah.
We know about it, but we don't have to talk about it until it becomes an issue.
And
when
it became an issue.
And it's funny to kind of like watch how things have played out with HIV and AIDS over the years, because I was very naive to it almost for years. Like when I was younger, I was young, gay, and free. So I was like, oh, that wouldn't happen to me. And then you like go back and you see TV shows now, you see like how people struggled in the late 80s and like the early 90s.
Yes.
And how many people we lost.
Yes.
Like, I couldn't fathom going to as many funerals as they did to one post. Like I don't even want to go to funerals now, but it's like to see like that happened in our community, and it's still continuing to happen, and it's not being talked about. Like it's these new kids that come out that's just young and they gay and they just want to have fun, and no one is there to give them the educational pieces that they need. And it's like, where do you?
I was one of those young kids. Like literally, like I feel like I don't want to say my aunt's passing was a blessing, but like being able to witness her battle with the virus was a blessing in disguise. Because I was young, so I wasn't out yet. So like I think when she passed, I was like 13, and I literally got a crash course of it all, and it's like it kind of prepared me for like life once I came out, because I was very unaware that this was like a gay virus until I came out the closet, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So this is why my mom was like really, really be like
Same.
steady on me, like go with your aunt to these appointments and take care of your aunt, make sure she takes her medicine. So like I literally got a crash course, and I feel like we don't do that.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, it was like, oh, such and such died from pneumonia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to be so scared, like when I was a kid, like to go outside because I thought I was gonna get pneumonia and die because like people were dying. They would just say they died from pneumonia, and I was like, I thought you got pneumonia. Like if you got in the shower and then went outside, so I would like not wash my hair and get in the shower, like wait hours, and it's like, why is everything a stigma when it comes to us as a group? Like why do we always have to like know about it but don't speak on it, don't tell the truth? Like why are we not helping the next person?
Yeah.
It's sort of like, it's like we're just gonna run this race and like fall down. Like you need to get up and figure it out. Like,
do you feel like because I know just like like growing up, you know, trying to find who you are in like the Black community is hard in itself, but I was about to ask, like, do you feel like society plays a part into that?
oh yeah, it's a society plays, like society builds what we are based and rooted on. Like a lot of my thought process come from like society. I'm like, well,
Right.
okay, well, girl, if they doing it this way for some X, Y, and Z, then what am I about to rock the boat for? Bitch, I might as well just go on with it. I think as a Black gay male, I look at myself as, I used to look at myself as not being a Black gay male. Like I never just looked at myself. I was just like, I'm just gay.
Right.
It's not like I didn't until like probably the last 4 years. I was like, oh no, bitch, you're a Black gay male. Like, yeah, it's going to be hard for
much
you.
different.
It's much different for you. And me working in the field that I work in, it's very hard for me to like get to where I need to go. So it's like I'm always constantly like trying to like figure out and reinvent the wheel. And it's like I realized that in myself very early on, but you have people that don't realize it very early.
Yeah, but just how like you had a close-knit experience with, you know, you said your grandma, your aunt, I'm sorry, and then you work in like the health field. So I feel like those two is, y'all had like a something that made you want to be. Yeah, and it's like.
Yeah, I remember when I first heard about PrEP because I was like intaking somebody and it was like, it was on it, but the computer system didn't recognize it as what it was. So it labeled it as a HIV medication.
Yeah, because I think
he was a gay male. So it was like, oh. And it was this whole big thing. And then once I just was like, whoa, what is it? And then he told me, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, because I know Descovy is one of the medicines that, you know, that they provide to HIV positive people. I don't know about Truvada, but I know Descovy is.
I think you can use, so Truvada only can be used as, it can be used as it, but it's more so of a PrEP. It's from what I know.
Yeah.
I think so. It's
Because I know Descovy is a part of the cocktail that they offer to people.
Because I know when you get exposed to it, like at work or like at work, they do, like me and him we were talking earlier, talking about the 211. I didn't know, like, that's what it had. I didn't know that it was like really name. I just like, oh, you just give them, you just give it to them and they just go. I didn't know it was like a whole big thing that was approved by the CDC and everything. I was like, oh, it makes sense. So it's like, I was like, oh.
That's actually how I first found out about PrEP.
Was PrEP?
Was the 211.
The 211. Yeah. I didn't really know about the 211 until after I researched it when we were doing this, the PrEP on demand thing. And I'm just like, okay, like, so this is like an emergency type pill. Like you can just get it and it's like,
so
here
like,
you go.
I knew about it before, like I knew about the 211 before, like they made it a big campaign. Like
that's
like all these commercials.
We just knew that we just gave you like we would go call pharmacy and say we have an exposure and they would send up a thing and you would look at it because it would be in the thing and it would be 2 pills, then 1 pill, and they had like directions. But I never knew, like I just was like, oh, I guess they just give me.
So my thing is when you take the pill, like the 211, what is you just like?
I guess
so
right, because like right.
I think essentially what it's meant to do, like any other medication. So you're going to like take an ibuprofen, like you know how like people just in general. The bottle say take 2 pills and you taking 3. Like, on my arm, I got
yeah, for real.
So I think it's more so to, you got that exposure, say hour 22, you came to the hospital, so you within that 24-hour window frame. Double up on the medicine and you take one, so you're overloading your body or just like trying to load your body with it.
Wow.
That's what I said. I said it was a plan B for brigade.
Wow.
It's so sad to say that. It's so bad to say, and it's not. It's just like, it's like that's what you, because again, gay people always, or like we always try to like align something with heterosexual, like and be like, oh yeah, well like this, like
Heteronormative,
yeah,
yeah.
like yeah,
Yeah.
like plan. It was the plan B for the gays.
Never gonna get this because we're in diverse communities. We're in every neighborhood in the city, and we always have to fight because people will forget us. So, going to city council, going to the mayor, saying, what are you doing in the schools for LGBT people? What are you doing behavioral